Yo, pretzels? Yo, this is my breakfast. This is what I need to eat every morning. Even though I don't eat breakfast, I haven't eaten breakfast for 5 years. But if I were to eat breakfast, that's it. Right there. That's what I need in my life. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Grandmaster Shaymin and today we have another episode of Sweet Fantasy Escape from the Princess. In the last episode we got the lonely ending. It seems to be a common occurrence for us in this world. But we're going to go back and... I just want to help you. We did that one. So we got to answer all of those questions. Persuade her for the truth, or trust her. Alright, so we're going to go back here, and we're going to trust her and leave Zara alone. Perhaps she has no... if you guys missed the last few episodes, you need to go back and watch it, because then you'll know exactly where I'm at in the story. Perhaps she has no desire to talk about her situation with a stranger, at least for now. Well, I don't need to be pushy. She'll talk sooner or later, assuming she wants to, because I know she got pissed off after I asked her, or pushed her for information, and she still didn't tell us. Although I'm really not comfortable with the fact that my guest is hiding such things from me, important things. I hope I don't have the wrong impression of her, and that I make it through the night. Okay, wait, hold up. I don't want to skip all text. Whatever. I leave a heavy sigh. Fine, do what you want. It's none of my business anyway. Seeing that I've given up, Zara suddenly places her hand on my shoulder. Believe me, you're more than safe. It's just... I can't really tell you everything. This is very, very personal. I can hear sincerity in Zara's voice. Not that it's easy for me to believe what strangers say, but there's something about this girl that makes me trust her. So what's your plan now? You know, nothing else needs to be cleared or put away. Alright, so... I guess we'll skip this part. So, will it automatically... Okay, yes. So this is with alternate ending. Alternate choice. So we're gonna save that here. So I just want to help you. So now we're gonna hit that skip button because this is all gonna be the same. Okay. So now we're gonna save here as well. So now we're gonna get ourselves distracted. Really, what harm would it be if I take a little peek at the performance? Having made my decision, I head towards the crowd near one of the tents. Pushing everyone aside who dares stand in my way, I draw close to the makeshift stage. I find myself enthralled by the vortex of color and sound. Yo, look at this. They're so cute. I'm so jealous. Look at her hairband and such beautiful earrings. I really want to get my ears pierced to wear some cute earrings. But like... I'm scared. I'm honestly terrified of getting my ears pierced. I know it doesn't really hurt, and I know it's like not that big of a deal, but like I'm still just absolutely terrified of getting my ears pierced. I don't know what to tell you. Like needles just scare me. But I would really love to look at her earrings. To be able to wear earrings like that would be so cute. And honestly I want to buy some accessories at some point, but I'm just so broke. I have no money. Two young girls in colorful skirts dance to a catchy melody that the musicians rhythmically play. Oh, maybe this is an idea for something else. Maybe instead we go with a different idea by watching their performances. Their puffy skirts twirl like colorful whirlwind, and I can see their long dark legs peek out from time to time. Their performers smile flirtatiously at the crowd, their dark eyes glittering like diamonds from the king's crown. I watch this spectacular display with a great delight, and can hardly help myself from dancing to the simple melody along with them. One dance follows another, but the girls don't seem to tire at all. Then other performers begin to sing, and I can do nothing but stay and listen to their song. Even though I can barely understand what they're about, I always enjoyed listening to the songs from far-off lands. There's something fascinating about listening to foreign languages. Not always being able to understand it makes it that much more alluring and mysterious. You know, I could agree with that so much. Honestly, I honestly agree with that 110%. I feel the same way. Like, I'm really enthralled by, like, the foreign culture and music and singing in foreign languages doesn't... It just entices me all the more, which is, I guess, why I listen to so much Japanese music. I wonder if, like, when I finish studying Japanese and I'm able to learn it, I wonder if it'll make me, like, go to something else. But I love this picture, and I love, this kind of... what is this, kind of like a Latina dress, or is it more of like a Middle East type thing? I don't know. There's some... Okay, I read that. I continue enjoying the performance. Flashing skirts, joyful music, melodic voices, all of it creates a uniquely festive atmosphere. The clock tower strikes noon and startles me. It only seemed like I've been here a few moments. Wait, it's noon already? I only just got here. Oh, I'd gone out to buy breakfast and it's already lunchtime. Zara is going to be furious. Damn, I've got to come up with something believable excuse for why I'm so late. But more importantly, I haven't even searched for the fabric we need. I was about to rush to the boutiques, but searching for the right materials would cost me even more. If I didn't come home until evening, it would be even more difficult coming up with a good excuse why I have been gone for so long. Besides, I can't let the witch go along with what without eating. What should I do? These stupid performances, they're entirely to blame. Not really, I guess. I cast a damning glare at the Jancer's direction. It's their fault I'm in this situation. I hope they'll realize how guilty they are, but they're totally ignoring me. Moreover, the girls have taken a break and are heading to their tents. I resentfully followed them with my eyes, and now I have to go home empty-handed. But then a crazy idea hits me. What if Zara dresses as one of these dancers? I bet you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'd look out of place wearing such an outfit, but Zara... I approach the little boy who collects money for the performances in an old wide-brim hat, and I throw him a coin. And I casually ask him how long the performance will be in town. The boy tells me that they're here for a few more days. Then, on the day of the departure, they'll leave through the northeastern gate at dawn. Grateful, I pat the boy on the head. What can I say? Even a chatterbox like myself can be a great spy. Anyway, that would be a great way of getting out of town unnoticed. We just need the same outfit as the dancing girls wear, and some gold to negotiate with the leader of the performance troupe. Then we'll have to wait until they depart and leave town together. The guards won't suspect a thing. I doubt they keep record of each wandering artist that visits, let alone the pair of them. It's decided. I'll try and barter with these girls for some of their rags. I'm sure they have spares. Besides, I doubt they'll refuse a coin or two. With nothing to lose, I rush towards the dancers who are standing off to the side, joking with each other. A few minutes of haggling later, I now have my hands on a pair of dancers' outfits. Oh, so, okay. I find it so interesting that you getting distracted actually helps you to get a good ending. That's really interesting. I mean, who knew that being one-dimensional, simple-minded, and easily distracted gets you to so many good things. I wish that happened in the real world, but it doesn't. But the best news is that I have convinced their boss to take Zara and me along with them when they leave town. Once outside the gate, I pay them a few coins for the help, and we'll be on our way. Zara and I will go our separate ways once she tells me where the medallion is hidden. Then I'll change out of the dancer's outfit and return home. This is a great plan. I'm certainly clever, aren't I? I always seem to find a way out of bad situations. I try to ignore the fact that it's my fault I'm in this situation in the first place. There's no sense in beating myself up over a minor nose slit. Encouraged by my success, I head home while trying to think of how to explain the sudden change of plans to Zara. Hopefully she'll understand. Well, now that that's taken care of, I hope Zara realizes this new plan is no worse than the old one. Honestly, in some ways, it's better. Now we won't have to spend so much time making these stupid disguises and having them fall apart and having Zara get pissed off and recaptured and sent back to the palace. Happy with how well everything turned out, I head home. I wonder if she lied about the stone, or if, like, I wonder if she actually lied about the stone or if she lied about lying about the stone. You know? Because obviously she was super pissed off because they failed, and it's really unfair of her to do that, obviously, but they definitely would have been captured sooner or later, I guess. But it's kind of depressing. It was kind of a depressing ending. Opening the door to my little slice of peace and quiet, I stopped the threshold and began thinking again. I hope the witch isn't too upset that I scrapped our plan for my own one. This idea is good after all. Scratching my head to help me think better, I finally decide that Zara needs to accept this new plan and we'll be done with it. There's no turning back now anyway. I head upstairs with it when I notice Zara. Oh, look at how cute she is when she's sleeping. She's peacefully sleeping at the table with her hands resting under her head. I wonder what she's been doing down there. If the witch wanted to sleep, wouldn't it have been better to do that in the bedroom? I walk over to the table and notice 2 cups of cold tea. She's been waiting for me to have breakfast together? I suddenly feel terribly ashamed of myself for making her wait so long. But I mean, hey, if it works out, it works out. Look at how cute she is. She's been waiting all day. I fight the impulse to wake her and apologize, but I'm not the type of person who can easily say I'm sorry. And besides, it's rude to disturb her in her sleep like that. I hesitate, and I stand in front of the table watching the witch sleep. She almost looks like a child who's fallen asleep in an unsuitable place. She looks so innocent. Could she really have turned the princess into a zombie? Will I ever know the truth? Once again, I glanced at the cup of tea. Yeah, it's been ages since someone had waited for me with tea ready. The last time I can remember is when I lived in the village with my mom. I take a sip of the cold liquid from one of the cups and wince. It's terribly sweet, but I'm still pleased that the witch made it for me. I take another sip. To my surprise, the tea doesn't taste quite as sweet this time, although it's not any tastier. Deciding not to interrupt her slumber, I return the cup to the table, place the basket of groceries I bought earlier this morning down next to it, and head upstairs. As I climb the stairs, I hear rustling behind me. I turn around to see Zara stretching and yawning and trying to open her eyes, after having slept most of the morning. Rosetta, is that you? When did you get home? Did I fall asleep? What time is it? It's already 12:30. 12:30? Time moves faster in the summer, especially on a sunny day like today, so... Oh, and I saw you made tea. Oh, yes, you must have been doing so much for me. I thought I should repay you in some way. You're risking your freedom for me after all. The least I can do is set the table for you. Yeah, see, that's what you should be doing. The witch touches the nearest cup of tea with her hand. It got cold. I can hear the disappointment in her voice, and I feel another surge of shame. Oh. She glances at the bundle of clothes I'm holding. You bought the fabric. Can I see it? I bought food. Let's eat that first. Besides, you haven't eaten breakfast yet. It should be easier telling the witch about my new plan if she's well fed and happy. The darky nods, and I toss a bundle of clothes towards the stairs. Why is she called the darky? I feel like that's kind of weird. Then return to the table. Yo, pretzels? Yo, this is my breakfast. This is what I need to eat every morning. Even though I don't eat breakfast, I haven't eaten breakfast for 5 years, but if I were to eat breakfast, that's it. Right there. That's what I need in my life. Setting the table, I generously divide the buns, cakes, and everything else into 2 large piles. I even brew fresh tea that's to my taste. Zara, seeing the full plate of muffins before her, can't help but smile. She probably thinks it's too large a portion for her, but I know that once you start eating these tasty cakes, it's impossible to stop. Maybe it's some kind of culinary magic. Whatever the case, the more buns, the better. They make the world a much more pleasant place. It's even better when you combine the sweets with unsweetened tea. That way you don't get diabetes. That's how you stop yourself from getting diabetes. You eat a fuck ton of sweets, but then unsweetened tea. No diabetes. Plus, pastries make people calmer and kinder, and that's definitely a good thing. I hate to think of the world what it'd be like without this sweet luxury. Well, I mean, at one point it happened. Then I imagine a world with not any sweets at all, not even a single sugar candy, not even a lollipop. I thought of such a nightmare has me sweating bullets. It's certainly fortunate that we don't live in such a place. Otherwise, I would have stress-eaten all my way through all of my academy failures. Surely there'd be more war, black magic, and other horrors in the world without sweets. Well, what else would one do if they couldn't relax with a tasty tasty cookie and a cup of tea? I'm sure people would be nervous and angry all the time, ready to explode over the single misplaced word. If that's really the case, it's pastries and sweets that prevent our world from plunging into chaos and destruction. Maybe the world's bakers should be awarded medals for having protected us from so many wars. It's certainly odd that I'm the only one who's concerned rewarding these selfish and heroic citizens. What would happen without the valiant effort of these warriors of raisin and glaze? It's a pity that the medals made out of chocolate are so short-lived, or they'd be perfect for the occasion. I'd love to continue indulging my philosophical reflections, but unfortunately this tea party can't last forever. I still need to tell the witch about our new plan. Finally, our brunch ends. So, the priestess's clothing. You did buy the fabric, did you not? I came up with a better plan. What do you mean? I get up from the table and grab a bundle of clothing, then signal her to follow me and we head upstairs. Once in the bedroom, I turn to Zara and try to look as confident as can. After all, the more confidence you have in your words and actions, the better chance you have persuading your audience. Sometimes you don't even need evidence. You just need to talk as if it were obvious. So, why are we here? Couldn't you have just shown me the fabric in the kitchen? And what do you mean when you said a better plan? Instead of answering, I opened a bundle of clothing and pulled out some colorful dresses. Bam! Look what I got! Zara inspects the outfits for a moment and then she looks at me puzzled. But this isn't fabric, nor is it priestly vestments. What is this? Why have you brought it here? No, it's not the fabric. It's much, much better. They're already made outfits. I brought these dresses from dancers who performed in the square today. Oh, and it was a battle convincing them to sell them to me. I'm good at bartering, but I swear they wanted the whole fortune for them. But I heroically fought to the very last and was able to bargain for the best price, though it wasn't easy. Can you not see how hard I worked to save you money? I see, well enough. Just explain to me why you didn't buy what I had sent you for. Why did you buy these here? You haven't heard about the new plan. You know, we're both lousy seamstresses, and we probably have spent the entire time sewing for nothing. So I came up with a new, more cunning plan, and I'm sure it'll be more effective than the old one. Me too! Our homemade priestess's disguise would have attracted too much attention anyway, and since we're inexperienced, it would have taken days to sew them. But you said yourself that you want to get out of town as soon as possible. But our best bet is to use real costumes, one that won't attract unneeded attention. And no one will recognize you in this outfit. You'll look just like one of the dancers. But what about our plan? What are you even talking about? How are we supposed to get past the guards dressed like this? Are we going to dance them to death? Gods, Rosella, could you have at least warned me before changing our plan? Don't worry, I've got it all figured out. It's already arranged for both of us to travel in with the performance trapeze wagon, and when they leave town, we won't even have to walk. They leave in a few days. And then tell Zara every detail of my plan. I tried to describe it as simply and colorfully as I can in hopes that Zara will approve of this wonderful idea, and it seems I've succeeded. In the end of my explanation, the witch has stopped arguing with me. Even better, she agrees that dressing up as priestesses wasn't the best idea. Just trust me on this one. I'm sure everything will turn out better than we planned. Zara sighs heavily once again. So be it, your idea does seem quite logical. I smile with satisfaction. No one can match my powers of persuasion, and I've just demonstrated that brilliantly. Since we agree, which of these ridiculous outfits is mine? Why all of a sudden ridiculous? Look at these ruffles and these decorations made of coins. It's very feminine if you ask me. And besides, it's not like your own clothing is any better. I'm slightly offended at how Zara insulted the dresses. Personally, I find them very pretty. Whatever you say, just show me which of them is meant for me. I choose the larger dress and hand it to Zara. She's much taller than me, after all. It would suit her. The darky takes the dress and begins pulling off her own at the same time. Hey, what are you doing? Again? What kind of filthy act do you intend to perform in my bedroom? Look at her face. Dude, she's just changing. You're both girls. Like, that's completely normal. Like, I know that you like her sexually, but like... Oh, I forgot you when you react when I'm casually changing my clothes. Maybe it's normal for you to undress in front of strangers at the palace, but it's common for us normal folk to have some decency. Oh, I understand. There's no need to yell. And next time, don't you forget. Oh, I just wanted to see how it fits. No need to get so angry about it. Just warn me when you're going to strip right in front of me. Fine then, if you're so bothered by the female body, you could look away, you know. I am not. I'm not bothered at all. Don't make things up. It's nonsense. I shout and immediately turn away, being bothered by the female body. Hearing the rustling of clothing, I close my eyes just in case, and I wouldn't want to accidentally see anything. But even though I have my eyes closed, my imagination is running wild. Not only can I hear her clothes rustling, but I can also picture what she's taking off and putting on as she does it. I mean, you've seen her naked before, so the pervert even comments on the entire process. What's this? How do I wear it? Is it linen? No, it's not. If I wear it this way, it won't close. The skirt is rather long. I'm afraid it's not my size. I hope it won't fall down in front of the guards. It'd be really embarrassing getting arrested in my panties. Stop saying all of those things! Should I tie this on my neck? Am I doing it right? Oh, Probably the coin decorations must go on my hips, I guess. This blouse is too small. My chest will pop out. Have you ever seen your own outfit? It exposes practically everything. And dress faster. I'm tired of standing here. You can turn around now. I'm done. Yo, look at how cute she looks. Oh my gosh, I knew it. This outfit would look amazing on Zara. Yo, the green and the blue, I love that color scheme so much. I mean, you guys probably know that because I've commented on it like throughout the series, but I love the color design, and it goes with her purple hair so well. Oh my god, it looks amazing. The skirt is really long. I'm afraid it'll get in the way. Oh, if beauty could kill, this witch would have long ago been jailed for mass murder. Hey, I agree 110%. She is damn fine. Jealous. By the way, does this outfit make me look fat? What? The blue color perfectly complements her dark skin tone. Rosetta, I was so right when I decided to buy the outfits from the dancers. She's just ogling her. She's just like, oh my god, she's so amazing. She's so fucking amazing. Oh my god. Rosetta! What? Do you think I look stupid? No? Dude, if anybody thinks she looks stupid, like... Stupid? Of course not, you look amazing. Really? You look absolutely fantastic, there's no doubt about it. Although with your figure, everything looks great on you. Thanks. To my surprise, I catch a bit of guilt mixed in with sadness on the witch's face. Apparently these feelings are so strong that she's unable to hide them like she normally does. Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine, don't mind me. Now, turn around again, I need to get out of this. But, please. I turn away and close my eyes again. The undressing proceeds without comment this time, although I'm a little puzzled over what just happened. Why would she get so upset over me complimenting her looks? Did I say something offensive? Or does it have something to do with whatever she's hiding from me? My curiosity flares, and once the winds have finished changing, I'm barely able to keep myself from asking. After Zara is done undressing, I try it on my own. Well, what can I say? Women such as myself fit in anything they wear. Still, I can't get the image of Zara dressed as a dancer out of my head. I don't know what's gotten into me, but lately I've been thinking a lot more about her more and more, almost always. Well, now we just need to await word from the troop's leader. He'll need to inform me on the day they intend to depart. How long are we supposed to wait exactly? I don't know. I was told it would be a few days, maybe a couple, maybe a week. A week? Oh no, that's far too long. I can't be here that long. The longer I stay, the greater the risk I'll be discovered. I understand, but there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I know, it's just forget about that. You need to think positive. It's easy for you to say. Not really, I mean, if we fail here, I'll be in pretty big trouble too. But I'd rather try to be strong and believe in our own success. You should too. I wish I could, but I can't think of anything. Golly, okay. Okay, this is exactly the same. And they go to the window. But this time, maybe something will be different. I want to show you my secret place. Maybe I climb out. Wow, is this the roof? Wow, what did you expect? Grab her before she slips. So what exactly do we do here? Isn't it dangerous? Besides, they're looking for me. What if someone sees? Oh, come on, no one's gonna see you. Besides, the trees are partially in the way, and you wear exotic clothing. Okay, looks at me skeptically. Just look around. It's almost peaceful here. There's no people, noise, or bustle. Up here, there's only birds, tree, and light, anyway. It's a great place to relax, and if you want to have a little fun, you can always toss apples at the passerby, assuming you have apples. Though I wouldn't recommend sleeping here. Once you fall asleep, I get a terrible sunburn. My face looked like a tomato for 2 weeks. Zara smiles. That's a good sign. Want to take a walk on the rooftops? Are close enough together we can hop on one another. How about it? Come on. Walk where? Does it matter? Well, stroll along. Watch the town and its people from up high. Shoo the pigeons away, you know, fat, lazy creatures that have grown quite bold these days. I mean the pigeons, not the people. Zara laughs merrily. I hold out my hand to her, and she immediately grabs hold. Then let's go, to shoo away the fat, lazy townfolk. Pigeons. Although, we could shoo away the people too. It's a shame I don't have any apples with me. Oh my god, look at how cute it is. Look at this, it's so adorable. With Zara's permission, I drag her along and show her all of my favorite places. We have a great time. The witch and I wander the rooftops while holding hands like old friends, or perhaps we're more than friends. And yet somehow I don't feel embarrassed by the idea. On the contrary, I've never felt so carefree and happy next to someone. I'm not one to feel lonely, not even when I'm at home alone for weeks on end. I've always believed the best company was my own. But the time I've spent with the witch has proven to me that it can be much more fun having someone else around. Scaring off the pigeons, Zara and I walk on the rooftops while chatting about different things. We even have to hide a couple times when we're too noisy with our fun and draw the attention of some of our neighbors. At first, Zara had been afraid of the height and was reluctant to approach the edge of the rooftops, but now she easily sits on the very edge and watches children play below, or pigs bathing in the mud or puddles. All of this seems new and surprising for her. I have no idea who she is and what she did in that palace, but it seems like it was boring as hell for her there. I'm still curious why the princess is searching for her, or why the witch is so desperate to escape, but I don't ask her about it anymore. I just don't want to ruin this unique experience we're sharing. Besides, I doubt she'll tell me the truth, even if she answers me at all. Maybe Zara will tell me about it later, or maybe not. I'd like to get to know her better, to understand how she thinks, but I know we'll part ways soon, and we may never see each other again. The thought stings me. I wonder what would happen if she stayed. We'd probably become good friends, or, I think there might be something wrong in my head these days. Maybe it's because I'm not used to communicating with others, and now I don't really know what to do. Zara and I were so involved in our chatting that we completely missed the sunset on the horizon. It'll be dark soon, and dangerous to walk the rooftops with their crumbling tiles underfoot. We half-heartedly head in the direction we came. Oh, that's so cute. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Thank you for taking me out here. You're welcome. It's not a big deal anyway. Zara's eyes shine with delight, and it's clear that she had a really good time. I'm glad I decided to bring her up here for a walk. Do you come here often? Often? Well, I do live here. It's my house. I inherited it from my aunt. No, what I mean is, do you walk the rooftops often? Is that what you mean? Well, I do it from time to time, especially after having been kicked out of the academy. And that happened to me quite a few times now. This place is good for calming my nerves. Besides, you can see everything from up here, and it's so nice. I, on the contrary, have always wanted to look more closely at people, to be equal with them. You know, I'd never been to a place like this before. My entire world was limited to a few rooms in a garden. Well, I'd gone into town before, but it was only a handful of times. I always felt that I had been deprived of so much, and now I understand how little I really had. It's been years since I really lived. I'm envious of ordinary folk. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. No one can force you to do things you don't like. Just let them try. If someone was ordering me around, their smile would be a couple of teeth shy. Don't you dare think that I'm some feminine, graceful beauty. Risking my manicure won't prevent me from decking someone right in the kisser. Zara laughs and she grows serious again. I've always wanted to be someone like you. I never had that courage. You certainly do have the courage. You defied everyone and ran away from the palace. I have no idea what the princess wants from you, but what I do know is that not everyone has the guts to disobey the royal family. Yes, I suppose so, but it wasn't courage, it was desperation. And if our escape plan fails, I don't know how I'll be able to handle going back to that gilded cage. I'm scared to think what might happen if I can't escape from here, but at the same time, I heard that what I'm doing is wrong. I'm sorry about one thing, and I don't know how to fix it. No, don't auto. Then perhaps you should stop running. Everyone deserves freedom. Everyone has the right to be free. If you were so unhappy in that palace, then escaping was the right thing to do. Of course, I don't know what happened, and I'm sure you had a good reason for it. Zara smiles gratefully. I think that was exactly what you wanted to hear from me. Wow, the sun is almost set. It's late. We haven't even had dinner. Shall we go back? Hearing this, the witch makes an imploring gesture with her hands, like she did when she first begged me not to turn her in. Let's stay a little longer. There's no need to hurry. We have plenty of time. How can I refuse a request like that? Sure, why not? We can watch the sunset, too. So we lounge on the conveniently sun-warmed tiles, but instead of watching the sunset, we chat with each other. I don't know how Zara feels, but I can't seem to pay attention to anything around me but her. I can't stop looking at her. It's fascinating how easily this girl embodies shyness, thoughtfulness, and hidden power all at once. I love this picture, especially of Zara. Zara's model in this is amazing. The sun glistening off of some of the strands of hair. Her face is definitely interesting, but God, Zara's model's amazing. I always thought mages were exceptionally confident and proud. I never have thought one would be so unhappy with any of her powers. Well, have you finally stopped worrying? You were right. I really do feel a lot calmer now. Maybe our rooftop stroll really did help. Or maybe I just needed someone to talk to, I don't know. But I'm still a little worried about the guards. Surely they'll have seen that drawing of me, and if the disguise doesn't work, I'm done for. Just forget about those idiots. The guards can't see anything but on their own noses, and there's no need to worry about them. I can tell you don't like them very much, do you? Nope, I've had some personal issues with them. Personal? Anything you care to talk about? It had to do with my brother, Ronnie. You have a brother? Not one, 3 younger brothers. And I have to tell you, it wasn't a lot of fun, especially when I ended up having to practically raise them myself. But when I was able to handle the handle the twins all right. Ronnie is another story. He was a really rowdy guy. He liked pocketing things that didn't belong to him. Not a week would go by without him getting caught lifting things at the market. I always had to make up stories and excuses for him so he wouldn't end up in jail. But the worst part was that I had to cover for him so that our mom wouldn't find out. It would have been too much for her health. She would have barely handled it whenever the little bat was accused of something or another. And so, to this day, I simply can't stand hearing anything about the guards and thieves, and I'd never take anything that didn't belong to me. No self-respecting person would. So that's why you refused to take the priestess's clothing from the monastery. Not take. Steal. They're 2 completely different things. Anyhow, anyone would refuse to do such a thing, not just me. My thieving brother has nothing to do with it. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry I asked about it. It's okay, there's no need to apologize. I still think that it would be fun having a big family rather than an only child. At least you'd always have someone to talk to who understands you. Etiquette and tradition always go more important in family, and I was only considered good if I followed it. And if I did something wrong, no one ever asked why. I was just punished. There are stronger things than me, and it's difficult explaining that to people without them thinking in nonsense. I don't understand what Zara means by that, but she seems to be really sincere with it right now, more sincere than she's ever been before. I try my best to cheer her up. It's not easy when I have no idea what the crux of her problem is. Oh man, look at this. I love the lighting change. Oh my god. Look at how beautiful that is in the fireflies. Look at the fireflies. We shared tales of our childhood, interest in dreams as night descends over the town. It's amazing how the witch can talk about so much about herself while avoiding certain subjects. I couldn't do it. If the setting was right and I was in a good company, I'd end up coughing up my own secrets easily enough. Me too. And right now the company is good and setting is appropriate, at least for me. So I just can't resist telling Zara my entire life story in intricate detail. I hope I'm not boring her too much with it. When the conversation finally dies down, we both decide that it's time to head inside and rest. Shivering from the night's chill, I stand up and help the witch do the same. Together we head into the bedroom window. Once inside, I suggest going downstairs for a snack, since we'd already missed dinner. Zara readily agrees, and so we head to the kitchen to fill our bellies. In the end, no matter how intense the day, it's not worth skipping a meal over. We spend our time discussing our plan, looking for ways to make it less dangerous, but we both tried, and we're both tired and not thinking clearly, so we tabled the discussion for tomorrow, and we have a few days before the escape anyway. It's long past midnight when we finally go to sleep, and this time I'm not as vexed by the witch's presence in my bed. When Zara crawls next to me under the blanket, I feel my face flush again. Fortunately, I'm too tired to think about it, and I fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow. The next few days fly by. It's only been a few days, and yet I'm so used to Zara's presence. Okay, we got that. How boring it will be without her. It's so sad. What is happening to me? Zara, on the other hand, has become more moody and depressed, and that's probably because Princess Elise is kind of onto her. Fortunately, her aura is weak. Part of me, okay, no. I worry that Zara will be sent out to the palace she hates so much. That's just not like me. News from the performance troupe is taking a little longer than I had expected. It seems they're in no hurry to leave town, and Zara spends most of her time staring out the window. I know she's waiting for the messenger to arrive and tell us when the troupe will be heading out. And all I can think of is how each day might be the last that Zara and I spend together, and I'm not happy about that. Before I even open my eyes, I can check to see if I can move. Every morning I wake up in Darky's arms. But to be honest, I kind of enjoy it. Surprised that no one's holding me. Fumble into empty space, and then ass cheek. Okay. Oh, this is new. Rossi, have you seen the cat? Rossi? That's cute. Lewis has recently started calling me that. And it's kind of cute. No one ever calls me Rossi, but that's what I thought. I'm like, that's an adorable nickname. Look at you. Or is it Rosie? It's Rosie. My mom and brothers used to call me Rosetta, but sometimes Rose, too. Rosie, are you even listening? Zara waves her hang in front of my face. Hand. Were you asking something? The kettle, I can't find it. I put it near the window. Oh, thanks, I see. Zara immediately grabs the kettle, fills it with water, and places it on the stove. I begin helping the witch set the table, but it looks worse than it ever has. When I drop a piece of cheese for the second time, okay, she looks at me suspiciously. Are you sure you're okay? Is it because of the escape? Are you worried we'll get caught? I thought you were confident in your success. I'm still confident, but it's because of the escape. Probably don't need to mention my true feelings. I wait until I hear the footsteps have faded and then open the door. Oh, okay. Standing on the threshold is the little kid I talked to from the square, who was with the traveling performers. Realizing that he's bringing news about the departure, I grow even more dejected. Hey, good morning, pink-haired lady. Our Baroness instructed me to personally hand this important letter to you. Although I'm none too happy about the little ambassador from the camp, his overly formal tone amuses me. The kid is obviously trying to appear older than he is, and it makes me smile. Good morning to you, too, kind sir. Sir, upon hearing this, he smiles like a brewer's horse and begins digging around his dirty pant pocket. Finding what he'd been looking for, he hands me a filthy piece of paper scrawled up with messy handwriting of the man who's not used to writing letters. The departure will be tomorrow at dawn at the northern gate. Try to be on time. We shan't wait for you. Tomorrow? So soon? Reading this, my heart drops. I was hoping the witch and I would have a little more time together. P.S. If anything happens, we do not know you. Did you have to add that? I'm the one who approached him about this, and I didn't tell him anything about myself or the witch I was bringing with me. Besides, that's all he needs to tell the guards. There's no reason to make anything up. Alright, I need to tell Zara about the dawn departure, and then we'll need to be up early. Wait, she's going to oversleep anyway, won't she? I plop a small coin in the kid's outstretched hand, and without waiting for his thanks, close the door. Okay, Rosetta, think positive. The witch is going to tell you that where the medallion is hidden, and then you will finally become a witch, just like you've always wanted. A real and lonely witch. Damn, this isn't good. I need to get a grip on myself. Aw. Hearing the stairs creak, I turn around and find myself face to face with Zara. News from the troupe, am I right? Seeing the note in my hand, she quickly snatches it away and skims it over. Oh, I thought this day would never come. To my surprise, there's barely any joy in the witch's voice. Unable to resist, I asked her about it. Aren't you glad? Don't you want to escape? Of course I do, it's just... Zara sighs. I'm still not sure I'm doing the right thing, and besides, things have changed. Things have changed? What do you mean? It's nothing. Have you eaten breakfast? Zara totally likes this chick. It's mutual, but she doesn't want to admit it. She probably 100% knows, because she already knows she's gay. She's just like, this chick is amazing, love her so much, but I can't tell her because she's probably straight. And then she's like, I think I might be gay, but I don't want to tell her that because I've been making fun of her this entire time. Can you help me hem the dancer's skirt? I just know I'll end up stepping on it and end up half naked in front of the entire performance troupe and guards. You're good at changing subjects, and if I recall correctly, walking around naked in front of strangers has never bothered you before. I've learned how to change subjects from the master, you. So will you help me? Zara smiles, and I realize that despite always being lazy, I can't bring myself to refuse helping her. Of course. Great, let's go. Zara dashes upstairs, and I tuck the note in my pocket and follow. Once in the bedroom, Zara starts searching for the needle and thread. But all she can find is a dull needle and a spool of thread that doesn't quite match the color of the fabric we were working on, which grimaces. I warned you that I am no seamstress. I see. And anyway, keep sharp needles at home is pretty dangerous. Why's that? They're sharp. You can barely see them and you sit on them. Just how the hell are you supposed to get them out? It's hard getting a needle out from your own ass. And it would be really embarrassing visiting a doctor for such a stupid reason. Zara laughs and amusingly wrinkles her nose, then replies with a serious look. I can hardly imagine how seamstresses live their entire lives surrounded by needles, pins, and scissors. Hey, I'm serious. You underestimate these infernal devices. Sometimes I'm fascinated by your vivid imagination. It's amazing that you can come up with what you can come up with just to justify something that you're not even being blamed for. Perhaps it's just a reflex. As a child, I always come up with different stories so I wouldn't get punished for what my brothers did. But keep in mind, needles can be very dangerous. Well, thanks for warning. I'll be very careful. Good. I'm surprised at how many ordinary things are very dangerous. You know, you've already surprised me. Just like that, the more I get to know you, the more surprising you seem to be. Oh. Wait, let me finish. When we first met, I saw you as a much different person. You so cleverly and passionately lied to those guards and viewed my clothing with such envy. And you said you desired magical abilities, but didn't explain why you wanted them. At first, I simply believed that you only wished to stand out from the crowd, and it didn't matter to you what you did, whether it be through clothing or magic. And you really thought that about me? But I realized how wrong I was. You willingly helped me without knowing what kind of person I am. You supported me and have always been so sincere. That's not the behavior of a dimwit who's only interested in fancy dresses. At first, I was skeptical, but now I can trust you with my magic. And that, you won't use it to harm others. Zara falls silent and shyly looks at me in the eye, almost as if she fears her words may have offended me, but of course they haven't. On the contrary, her unexpected confession has left a lump in my throat. That was the sweetest confession I've ever heard. Well, despite the fact that the darky initially considered me a dimwit. But it's not like I thought very highly of her in the beginning either. But I like the fancy dresses. I blurt out the first thing that pops into my mind and mentally kick myself for saying something so stupid. Zara smiles and is about to say something but stops. The town's herald... Oh. Okay, when the skip button goes on... Okay, so we know that the herald has increased the gold price. Once again, I'm only thinking of myself. Yet you're in danger now. If I go back to the palace, they won't punish you for helping me. Oh, this time she is the first on it. She's like, I don't want you to get in trouble. Don't even think about it. Forget about it. Don't even say such nonsense. I promise to help you, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Whatever happens to me is none of your concern. Zara sadly lowers her head. You're so kind, and yet you don't even know if I'm worthy of such kindness. That's silly. Everyone deserves kindness. And you, most of all. Well, that's enough of feeling down. Everything will be okay. Do you trust me? Yes, I do. Well, that's great. Should we continue preparing for the escape? Zara smiles and nods. Now, where's that thread? Come on, I'll try and fix this. I help Zara, more or less, neatly hem the skirt, which is actually pretty long. Then I fix my own outfit, which wasn't quite my size either. Trying on the dancer outfit again, I'm convinced it looks fairly decent on me. Zara doesn't even bother putting on hers. Despite the fact that Zara tries to appear calm, she's still noticeably worried about the situation, and I can understand that. It wasn't until late at night that I'm finally able to shake the feeling of injustice. I've only just found a true friend, and she has to leave me. How is that fair? Alright, well, I think that's enough for this episode. The next episode should be the finale of this. I think we're on the road to the good ending. At least I hope so. So make sure you guys click that thumbs up button below for me, because if you already know your support's greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on the series thus far. And I'll see you all in what could very well be the final episode.